We got Nate Greer on the line talking to Florida State football and most notably the recruiting efforts by Mike Norvell and his staff. They've brought in some top-notch recruits just in the last few weeks. In terms of who we could expect with 6 hard commits, of course, the class is going to be in the 20 to 25 range, something close to that. Nate, who are the big targets that you're tracking right now?
So, right now, I think this is a 20 to 22 tops class in terms of how many people they can take. There's always attrition, and it's going to happen. But when you look at who's out there, the first thing that pops out to me is Kevin Coleman, the wide receiver from St. Louis, Missouri. He is a number 2 at his position, number 15 in the country. He's someone that appreciates Florida State's tradition and history, really mimics Peter Warwick as a player. And that's someone that Florida State has done a really good job recruiting so far. Keep an eye on him. You look at Marvin Jones Jr., another legacy, a weak side defensive end from Fort Lauderdale. Even though he's a legacy and his father was one of the best linebackers in college football history, it's going to be a tough recruitment with him. I think his recruitment is going to mimic, I don't know if you remember Christian Jones from
Sure.
Orlando that came to Florida State. Christian Jones legitimately gave a lot of teams a chance to land him. And I think Marvin Jones is going to do the same. But at the end of the day, I think that FSU will be where he lands. And that is a must get, not only because it's a legacy, but he's just a really, really good football player. I think that he'll be someone that continues to rise up the ratings throughout his senior season. You look at Azure Thomas, he's an athlete from Niceville, Florida. Probably one of the best players in the Panhandle for this cycle. He's probably projected as a safety. That's someone I think Florida State really is tracking pretty hard. AJ Duffy a few minutes ago, he's making a decision here in the next couple of weeks. Florida State wants to take 2 quarterbacks. Personally, I think the kid at Clemson just landed, Cade Klubnik, is the top quarterback on my personal board. I have Duffy number 2. So Florida State could land AJ Duffy and Nico. That'd be the grand slam for Florida State. Look at like defense. You have Wesley Benfe's Ain't. He's a linebacker from Miami Central. Florida State's really working that relationship real hard. It's going to be tough to get him out of Miami, I think, but Florida State is after him. He's the clear number 1 linebacker on the board at this time. You look at Julian Armella, another legacy. His dad came in as a nose tackle but moved to offensive line. Enzo Armella, he played under Bowden. Another kid that Florida State's got to do something on the field this year. If they are a bowl team, go to a bowl game, I think Julian lands at Florida State. If they continue to struggle, I think he goes elsewhere. Jaron Willis, a linebacker from Lee County, I really like him. He is probably the number 1 or 2 linebacker on the board. Really looking at those traditional SEC schools: Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. But Florida State's in that fight, and they have a pretty solid chance right now at him. One name to really watch out for is Kashan Sapp, also from Lee County, same school as Willis. He's an offensive tackle, and we all know Florida State struggles on the offensive line. But Coach Atkins, who I said last year was the best hire that Norvell made, has done a really, really good job of recruiting Sapp, and I think Florida State is the odds-on favorite to land him, who is, I think he's 350th in the country overall, but he's a 4-star tackle. He's a traditional left tackle that Florida State needs after a guy like Robert Scott, who did really well as a freshman last year. So, the board, in my opinion, there's a lot of really good players out there, but I'm really interested to see how things develop if and when coaches can go out and evaluate. With COVID and all the restrictions, they're not able to really go out and see these kids in person. So I think the board's going to continue to change and will look different in 3 to 4 months.
We got Nate Greer on the line to break down the Seminoles in 21 and 22 here. You can catch Nate on NoleGameDay.com. Check him out there for recruiting news and Florida State football coverage overall. Here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, we discuss, debate, and analyze the game we all love each and every day with you. So please like, comment, share the videos out there on social media, and subscribe right here.